What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the Plus Minus Podcast. I am Clock. I'm here with Nick. Thank you to everyone that went in on the episode 2 with Fombi and Grayson. Shout out to everybody that tapped in and everything. We are here for episode 3, and we have another very special guest in the building.
Special.
Very nice to meet you here today, THEE Vontay Friga.
Welcome
in, brother.
Friga. Appreciate you coming by, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Man,
I love being on podcasts. So
appreciate you coming on, man. Appreciate you coming on. I was very excited when Nick said you were coming in today. Can't wait to get this one going.
Let's go.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Fombi and Grayson for coming on the pod. Super fun. It's dropping tonight, so obviously we can't see it now, but when it does drop,
I'm excited to listen.
Subscribe, like it, all the good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Friga, please. Obviously, so many people know you, bro. Please introduce yourself to the guys, the women, and just tell them about yourself.
My name is THEE Vontay Friga. I am from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, very close to Akron, Ohio, and I have a YouTube channel. Like, I play basketball on YouTube. I started my channel in college, and obviously just have grown it ever since with my boys, and here we are today. There's so much more behind it.
Yeah, it sounds so simple.
Like a very quick rundown of who I am right now.
For sure. Now, a lot of people that I was friends with, I said I was gonna have you on today, right?
Yeah.
They didn't even know you were from Ohio, period.
Yeah,
let alone like Northeast Ohio type shit. But yeah, I mean, I've seen your videos over the years. Crazy the growth and everything. And Ohio boy, you feel me?
Yeah,
At the end of the day.
I love
Akron boy.
Yeah.
Akron boy, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I usually tell people Akron just because it's close to Cuyahoga Falls.
Right.
But I'm trying to start to say Cuyahoga Falls more, just because Akron's
Cuyahoga
known
Falls.
already.
Yeah.
LeBron has Akron. People
Yeah.
know LeBron's from Akron, and I think like just the more this grows, like I want people to really know like where my hometown is, because I saw some of my old hometown friends a few weeks ago, and it's just like we talked about like being from Cuyahoga Falls and nobody really knowing about it.
Yeah.
And if I told anybody where I'm from, like if I told anybody out there that asked where I'm from, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, then it's just
Crickets.
For sure.
But now I'm starting to think about it, like when people are like, I want to put my city on the map, that kind of situation where it's like I want people to know if they ever do happen to drive through Cuyahoga Falls because they're going to Cleveland or Akron or just passing through, and
it's your city
somehow. They're like, oh, okay, this is
that's
Cuyahoga
Friga
Falls,
City.
Cuyahoga Falls. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's where Blossom is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's known for Blossom. Is there anything else that
what else is
known for Cuyahoga Falls?
What's cool in Cuyahoga Falls where you're trying to put them on? Like, what's cool there? Like, what can you do in Cuyahoga Falls?
Blossom's a good one.
Okay.
Blossom's a good one. Like, a lot of concerts are held at Blossom. Blossom's like a very classical, very classic concert-driven spot. Like, a lot of people a lot of tours will say Akron, Ohio, but it will be in Blossom, which is in Cuyahoga Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Blossom.
Wiz Khalifa's done a concert there. Like,
I went to the Wiz
most
shows
people
out
have
there.
been.
Yeah,
Five
I
straight
seen Wiz
years
at
out
Blossom,
there.
but I did. But
Yeah.
he wasn't the headliner. Fall Out Boys was the headliner.
Yeah.
So I'm at the concert with my friend, and I'm thinking there are gonna be so many people there. Like, dude, it was so dead when Wiz came on. There were like a family, two families sitting right next to me, and it's a Wiz concert. I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah.
Right? My friend's like, you know what, man? I'm not smoking in front of these families.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
bro, Wiz is on. You're killing my vibe.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and I was just sparking up
That was
in front
kind
of
of
these
random.
families.
You
and
paired up with Fall Out Boy. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
It is.
It was a good time. I mean, but it's a memory. Blossom, Wiz Khalifa families, weed. It was a good time.
That's what's up.
It was funny, man. It was
for
funny.
sure.
Oh, my bad. I'm being disrespectful. I forgot to crack the Hennessy.
Yeah. Bring out the head,
Bad.
man.
Even though we took a
I like
shot
that-
earlier, I
that's
forgot
what
to
you
bring it
call
out.
Disrespectful.
Sorry, yeah. Bring out that hen, man, because
Yeah,
that shit had me
Hennessy,
wavy
every
last
episode.
My dad would be proud. Dad, if you're watching this,
What about the gang? Does Friga
Hennessy
fam
like
drink
his
hen?
coffee.
I know Fombi say you don't really drink.
I
Any
don't know.
of the
I don't
Friga fam
really
drink?
drink either. I'm
Yeah.
kind of doing this
Yeah.
with you guys,
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah.
You want to pour up, Nick?
Yeah.
Nick was falling over last episode.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with Grayson.
It was nice, man.
Was
Yeah.
Grayson drunk?
He was feeling good.
Yeah, he was just
My
feeling
boy.
it.
He was feeling good.
Yeah, he did a good job, man.
Dang.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, he set
Shout
me-
out to
he set
Grayson.
me up.
Oh, are we sipping these?
Yeah, we just finished the whole. Yeah,
I thought that was like a
that's
whole
the whole
shot.
pint.
My face already started.
Yeah, I can smell it.
But yeah, Friga, let's start off by talking about your college experience.
Okay.
You played at Mount Union. Let's talk about why you chose Mount Union.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So everyone in high school plays high school basketball. They see all their peers or whatnot in their league or around the state, top ranked guys posting blessed and honored to receive a scholarship from yada yada school.
Right.
You know, when you're in school and you don't have an offer, you're seeing that and you're like, man, like I can't wait for my time to get an offer, and like I want to post one of those pictures, whatever.
Right.
And
I never got to post one.
yeah, you know me either. No, but I definitely thought I was one of those kids that was like D1 material in high school, and I'm just gonna put this out there that I definitely wasn't Division I material in high school. But
Did you start like all 4 years?
no,
No?
I started junior and senior year.
Okay.
Sophomore year, we had a very good high school basketball team.
Okay.
Shout out to Jay, Josh, and Angelo if you're for whatever reason watching this. But I dressed as a sophomore. I really didn't even touch the court varsity until junior, senior year.
Okay.
So to
Wow.
even
Me
think
neither.
I was D1. But, you know, you don't really know that stuff. You're pretty numb to the idea of what Division I, II, and III and JUCO and NAIA really are until you start playing college basketball and start going against those caliber of guys. And but no, I had Hiram College was looking at me, which is another small Division III school in Ohio.
Right.
Mount Union, Bluffton, all Division III schools. And at one point, I remember taking a tour at Mount Union when we had a summer league game there, and I played very well at the summer league in front of the coaches, and they took me on a golf cart around the school, and it's just a really nice, modern, very
I've been
newly
down there once.
built school. I mean, it's not a new school; it's one of the oldest schools in Ohio, but they constantly are building onto it. So
It's a nice campus down there.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
and I just remember having those three options: Hiram, Mount Union, and Bluffton, and knowing, okay, you know, solidified Division III. And in my head, I'm like, you know, maybe I'll be able to go up a division or whatever. And I chose Mount Union just because it felt right, and I really loved the coaching staff there, and the campus was amazing. It was close to home, and I don't know, man. Mount Union just. I'm very happy and grateful that I chose Mount for all the reasons.
Was it the grades, like, you know, situation where did you have good grades going?
Oh, yeah,
into
I had
college,
good
or it
grades.
was more of a like you thought you were bigger than what you.
Yeah,
really
you
are?
know, I don't want to say like star player, but one of every time you have like one of the best players on a high school basketball team, they always think since they're better than like the rest of the team or whatever. And we had a good high school basketball team. I just happened to be one of the starters, happened to play, you know, the whole game. K Suave was on the team,
Okay,
Kayvon
K-Suave.
Gaynor too.
That's
so
crazy.
we had a really solid high school team, and so we all kind of thought we were D1 material, but we were like a 500 team then. But no, grades were never really an issue. It just
What division is Cuyahoga Falls?
it was a Division I school.
Division
Is it
I
Division
graduated with like 450 kids.
Oh shit!
It's a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
didn't
that's a
know
lot.
It's a
I think that's a lot.
It's
Like
a
who'd
lot.
you guys play in high school?
Hudson, Stowe,
Oh, okay.
Twinsburg or shit?
Twinsburg,
Right.
Solon.
Garfield Heights.
No, we didn't
No?
play Garfield Heights. They weren't in our league. The suburban league.
There's
or
so many
whatever.
high schools
Yeah,
around, man.
hella high schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what's
Mount
up, man.
Union.
Yeah, man.
You chose Mount Union. Do you remember the time where you're like, you know what, I want to go to Mount Union? Like what was going on? Like, was it more the fact that you had a few colleges, or you just knew Mount Union was the one?
No, that's a good question. I really didn't know Mount was the one.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of like made a decision to go, and I also knew Nathan Bauer Malone he was
Shout out,
I say
Nate.
from Stowe. At the time in high school, he was playing at Stowe, and he was somebody that like I just always looked up to as a basketball player, even though we were the same age. But he was a freshman playing varsity basketball. He was a sophomore playing varsity basketball. He was starting. He was one of the best players in our league, and I found out he was going to Mount Union.
Tough.
And then Tanner Slack, he was a state champion for John Glenn, and I found out he was going to Mount Union, and I knew I really wanted to win, and I wanted to be better, and I just wanted to be around these guys too, and
sure.
then being like an hour from home, everything kind of lined up for me.
That's sick.
So
that's
it
sick.
just, yeah.
So in college, so you said you started content creation in college. When was that? Like halfway through, beginning? How'd that get rolling?
So speaking of Nathan, we were rivals in high school, and then we ended up being roommates freshman year. So
Usually
we
how
went
it
from
goes.
being rivals to roommates, which was always kind of our thing. And he was always watching this dude named Casey Neistat on
Yeah.
YouTube, a vlogger in New York City, and he put me on to Casey, and I just kind of fell in love with Casey's YouTube videos just like he was. And Casey's just, 35-year-old man on his boosted board in New York City, but he's a great storyteller.
At that time, he was
And-
35.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
time he was 35. He might be around like 39, 40-ish right
right.
now. Maybe, I could be wrong, but somewhere around there,
Right.
right? He wasn't like a 22-year-old New York City vlogger. He was,
Grown ass man.
yeah, and he just, the way he would storytell and the way his videos flowed, it was just fun to watch him, and I would watch and consume his content every single day. And then I started to watch other YouTubers and other content creators. I really didn't start watching and consuming that content until freshman year. And then sophomore year came around, and I moved into a dorm room. I was in a dorm room by myself. I was supposed to have a roommate, and they ended up moving into a house with some other track athletes, and so I ended up having the dorm room to myself. So I kind of set it up to where I had like a studio. And since I fell in love with YouTube and watching it, I really wanted to like pick up cameras and start learning more about them. So I changed my major about 3 or 4 times from sport exercise science to sports business to marketing, and then to finally integrated media. And I finally
That's why you
got
get
to I finally
That's
got to
why
be
you
around like microphone setups and radio equipment and camera equipment and free laptops, all of this free equipment in school while I was playing
That set you
basketball.
up
Man, yeah, you took
perfectly.
full advantage of
And,
that.
Yeah, for sure. And then not to mention, like, I was studying integrated media, so I was consuming this YouTube content when I wasn't at basketball practice. And then when I was in class, I was consuming how to use cameras and watching storytelling and
that's
listening to everything and just learning it, because I started to realize how obsessed I was. And the only other thing I've been obsessed with in my life was basketball. And I knew that at some point in college, my sophomore year, like, I was like, wow, I'm like really, really into this YouTube shit. Like, I really want to start a YouTube channel. So I had one in high school.
What was your
just to
first
kind of
video?
bounce back.
What was your first ever video from
On
sophomore
my
year?
channel now.
Yeah, like knowing, like,
My first
I'm in
ever
class.
video is in that dorm room that I'm talking about,
Wow.
where I sat at my desk, and it's about 1.5 minutes long, and I'm basically just sitting there talking to the camera saying, I'm going to document my life to my most successful business. And it's crazy to watch. I left it up on my channel. It's still on my channel. It's my first video on there.
Is it pinned where people
That's
can see
sick.
No, it's not. But
That's
there's like 20,000 views on it now.
Oh,
There were
okay.
only a few views on it, but people go
That's
back
sick.
and watch it. Somebody just commented on it the other day.
it? That's
But
sick.
so yeah, man, I started my YouTube sophomore year, and actually it wasn't a basketball channel. Like, it was just a vlog channel. It was just like Casey Neistat, but it was me in college. So I would ride my bike around campus. I did a daily vlog. I recorded my life for like 75 days in a row. I'd go
That's
back
crazy.
after basketball practice, edit it through the night, post it the next day.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I would record the next day as well, edit that one, go to basketball practice, edit again, post that one later
How many
the next
views
day.
were you getting? Like at the
Maybe
time?
like 100, 200
100,
views.
200?
I was obsessed. Like, it
Right.
was so fun to just edit and just, I had an idea every time I would film something. I was vlogging on my camera, like, I'm going over to marketing class, I'm going over to the cafeteria, I'm about to go to basketball practice, and then I would just kind of piece it together how I thought it was a good story. And then I started,
Damn.
That's sick.
long
then I
story.
went into like junior
crazy.
year, and I moved into an apartment with my friend Joe. And I met Joe sophomore year when
Okay.
I was doing all this vlogging, and I was like, bro, do you know, like, I actually saw him on campus shooting photos. He's the first dude I ran into that had a camera on campus. And I told him about this business that I started called Friglu Media, where it was basically like taking pictures and videos for businesses and restaurants around the area, because I was getting into the cameras at
Yeah,
the time
yeah.
and shit. And so I
Early
had like
time, too.
3 restaurants around the area: Ray's 62 Bar, Doug's Classic Diner, over right across the street from Mount Union. So I just walked in and I told the managers there, I was like, hey, I'm a college student here. I'd love to market to the college students. Like, I'm really good at social media, blah, 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 blah. Just talked to them, and they paid me like, I think it was like $200 a month to run their social media accounts. And it was great for me to be in college making that money, doing social media, learning more about social media and shit. And I ran into Joe. We started hanging out sophomore year every single day, like literally every day. And he was teaching me about cameras and stuff because he was really good at photography, but he wasn't into video and social media as much. So we just kind of
put it together.
You know, did that. So we started a different business together, whatever. I kind of like took a little bit of time off the YouTube, but then I posted a video. Joe and I moved into an apartment together junior year, and we both were going to Mount Union, and he started helping me out with the videos, and I posted this one video where it was like day in the life of a Division III basketball player. And I didn't have any intentions of it being like a basketball YouTube channel, you know, so it got like 16,000 views in like 2 days.
That's crazy.
And everything else was getting like 100 to 300
Biggest video?
views.
Biggest video?
Yeah, at the time, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, like this
So that
is
probably
crazy.
triggered the basketball.
And so then the next video I posted, I was like, maybe people want to know more about Division III. And then I posted, how good do you have to be in high school to go Division III? Which is, I was like thinking back to it now, is a great title. We had a great thumbnail for it. And it got like 185,000 views in a week. And I was like, what the hell? Like, just freaking out.
How long was the video?
7 minutes or so.
Wow.
And it was me just on a tripod. Like, I was burping a lot in the video. I don't know, like, it just wasn't a video I thought was going to get a lot of views. Like, looking back at it now, I'm like, what the hell? But I was playing my high school highlights over it, talking about how good I was in high school or how bad I was in high school.
Wow.
And now I'm playing Division III basketball just so people could get an idea. And that's when it clicked for me. Oh, shit. I should post videos about being a Division III basketball player.
After getting the 100K?
And then I realized, I didn't know at the time when I posted them that, like, creating a niche on YouTube is the way to go. And that's how you grow an audience. But it kind of just came to me. So I started doing everything Division III. So for like 100 videos, 200 videos in a row, there wasn't a video on my page that didn't have Division III hooper or D3 hooper in it.
Right.
So it was like,
you're the only one, huh?
Only person in the
Explorer?
world posting Division III basketball content.
Holy
and
shit.
it was so niche and interesting, and the storytelling that I had learned over the course of those 100, 200 videos that I had posted before I learned how to edit, I learned how to put them together, was the perfect time to when people started to come to the channel, because then the videos were edited and they were put together nice. They were good. I understood how to actually make a good video and keep people engaged throughout the video. But then the story inside of it and the character development inside of it. And then I realized, oh shit, like I'm actually getting playing time. Or it was around this time when I started to fall in love with YouTube. Yeah, sophomore year, I was really like getting a decent amount of time at the end of the year. But it wasn't until junior and senior year when I really started to, I was a starter, and I was like getting significant time. I was averaging 14, 15 a game and everything. And so I was able to like vlog those games. Junior year is when I started to do like inside of a Division III bus, inside of a Division III cafeteria. What's it like inside of a Division III basketball practice?
I want to tap back and watch those.
Those are the ones that kind of like started some of that stuff, right? And then
so where are you at, like
senior year-
subscriber wise, like at this time? Like, are you like gaining a lot throughout the days? And
I started senior year with like maybe 30 or 40, about 30,000 subscribers.
Oh shit! So
maybe
you're growing.
20,000 or so.
And so you grew that with what, like 200 videos? From like posting the D3 videos? Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and
It kept growing like at a fast rate, or was it like a steady rate?
senior year was fast because that's when we started to be like, I posted a video of our first practice, and it was inside of a Division III basketball practice, and then I said from there on, like with Joe and Logan and Grayson, like let's do a vlog every single game. And so we did a Division III basketball game day vlog for every single game senior year, and it was a heartbreaking year at the end, but we captivated such a large audience from maybe 20,000 subscribers to 106,000 by the end of the season.
That's
So
Holy
maybe
shit,
like
that's
we gained
insane.
like 85,000 subscribers in a few months.
And this is YouTube. This ain't the TikTok days,
this
man.
is
This is
YouTube.
No,
YouTube.
this is straight YouTube,
strictly.
bro. And so, yeah, I know it's a long story, but it's so much information on like how organically it was grown.
Yeah. That's sick though.
And it's just like I love the story because it's a real ass story. It's real life, like what happened. There was no plan, there was no expectation to it. It was just me and my boys just filming videos, coming up with ideas, and editing through the night, like
For sure.
editing every single night through 3-4
So-
a.m. waking up and going to practice, lifting, whatever it took, honestly.
For sure. So when you got through the process, let's say sophomore year, junior year, and then senior year, you're at 100K subscribers, right?
Yeah,
And then you probably posted about 200 to 250 videos, maybe more, correct?
probably about
Can you
there.
explain to the audience that you got paid $0 from that?
Yeah, I didn't make anything. I
Can you
didn't make
explain that?
any money for like the first 200 something videos, but honestly, bro, like we didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about it. Like we were so obsessed with the fact that we just had an audience finally.
Yeah.
And it was like an audience that genuinely cared to like see what was going on, to like know the story. And yeah, we didn't make a dime in college, didn't make any money.
Didn't make a dime in college. So the ones that won like a, like get rich quick scheme, and you think, oh, like I want to become a YouTuber, I'm gonna get so much money. Like, dude, this dude grinded out 200, 300 videos and didn't get paid a single dollar. Well, I know there was rules with college where you couldn't get
Yeah.
paid off it. I mean, that really came into play a lot. But
You
just
gotta love it, bro.
yeah, just the advice,
Mhm.
man. If you want it, you gotta love it, and you gotta know that there's gonna be a lot of sacrifices. There's gonna be a lot of time into it, and
That's when we knew we
yeah.
loved it, bro. It's
Yeah.
like we really put up all those videos with millions of views total. They were probably getting 100 to 250,000 views each game day vlog,
Mhm.
which was massive for us because we were posting twice a week. So we missed out on probably upwards of $50,000 to $80,000 throughout the
fucking
school
nuts.
year, and we just didn't care, man.
Yeah.
We just did
Mhm.
not care. Like that really didn't matter because we loved
Yeah.
everything. I loved it. I was obsessed with every aspect.
For
For
sure.
sure. Can you like go back a little bit and can we talk about like who you had around you during the college times to help
Yeah.
you film and then edit? Because I know there was Joe and then
Yeah.
Logan, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I know Grayson came around junior year, senior
Yeah.
year.
It was like
Talk about
junior
that.
year, yeah.
Yeah, just talk
So
about like the
Joe-
friendships that you
like
guys
I
made
said,
from that.
Joe, I met sophomore year in a cafeteria,
Mm.
right? And we talked about Casey Neistat and all that stuff and cameras, and then we got together that night and we shot photos, and he showed me long exposures, which is a form of photography that if you change the settings on the camera and you have light enter the camera a certain way with the exposure and f-stop and everything.
So you guys were teaching each other really when you guys were
Yes,
hanging out.
yeah,
So that's
really
crazy.
like
yeah.
he was teaching me a lot about photography and camera work, and I was just teaching him like social media, and we just came together. We started a business together, and then Logan DM'd us asking for a job for that business that Joe and I started. And then we hired Logan, and he shot interior and exterior photos of RVs. We had Camping World
That's
on
great.
the big Camping World on
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
in
about.
Green.
Yeah.
We shot all the photos for their new inventory, and then we also had like Infinity of Akron, which was a big car dealership, and we were doing well actually. We had months where we were doing like 8,000 to 10,000 on marketing, and we would kind of just contract our work out and film the YouTube
Yeah.
videos on the side and keep our clients and stuff.
Making
we were
money, making
stupid
good
busy.
money. Yeah.
Well, we had to,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
Like we were like broke as fuck, so
Yeah.
we were like good with cameras.
Right.
So we were just trying to figure out what we could do for businesses when the social media era is just growing.
That's
And
dope.
all these businesses are owned by people that don't understand it. So Joe and Logan, we really started to build a close friendship inside of that business because we were just around each other all the time. Everyone was over at the apartment. We were trying to write on the whiteboard, like, how can we make more money? What can we do for these businesses? How can we grow them more and make them like want to continue to pay us? But in being around each other all the time and having like minds, like we just became best friends. And we ran into Grayson, who was flying his drone on a basketball court at Mount Union, which is just so crazy.
Dude, yeah.
He
When
loves
he
his
when he
drone.
when he
Yeah, he
told that
does his
story
drone.
on
Grayson,
episode
you
2,
love
I
his
was like,
drone.
dude,
Bro.
what a crazy story to meet someone. And
Yeah.
then years later, here you are, you know?
Yeah, and so Grayson came along, and it elevated everything with the drone work that we were able to do. And we were doing drone stuff already, but to be able to delegate photography, videography, the social media aspect, uploading and posting, then the drone side too, kind of made everything a lot better. And huge shout out to those guys, because like we didn't make any money on the YouTube stuff, but everyone was so bought into the idea of just growing the audience.
See, that's
So,
what
like,
matters. The team committed to the
the
grind,
team.
That's
committed to the
thing,
goal.
Like, we just all kind of just bought into the idea of growing it, and also growing the business too. So
I mean, it was, I think it measured well, because nobody was stepping on anybody's toes, right? It was more the fact that, hey, this is your job, this is what you're good at, this is what I'm good at, this is what you're good at, and everybody just believed in the vision.
yeah, we definitely clashed a lot. Like, we definitely all butt heads a lot, but like if you, and I think I said it on the podcast.
Yeah, you did.
If
Yeah,
you don't butt heads in business, then like you're not gonna go anywhere. Because you're supposed to have those difficult conversations. If you can't have those difficult conversations, then you're just gonna be like kind of
scared of
dancing
conflict.
around everything.
Yeah, because
But-
someone's always thinking something, you know? And if you're not talking about those difficult conversations, it's just not being said.
Right.
So we were just talking about, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, Friga.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, you got the 100K, views on that video, and, you're getting all these subscribers. And then, your head, and your brain is steering up, right? You want to go up. You want to keep going up. You have something planned, and COVID happens. And all your dreams, I wouldn't say fall through, but everything was at a pause, right? So let's talk about that, man. Your senior year, like collegiate basketball season was over in an instant, right? Didn't get to be like, all right, you know what? Maybe there might be a chance. It was completely over. So can you talk about how much of a heartbreaking moment that was for you?
Yeah. So on the YouTube side, I'll get into why it was like a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
But this was like the scariest part of my YouTube career, per se, because everything and anything I was posting for 2 years was D3 basketball.
Yeah.
And I had fallen into my own kind of niche, my own community. My people were just following that storyline. So I kind of was just like, shit. Like, to this day, there's probably people that stopped watching after that because that's what they were following,
Right,
you know?
right.
But on a basketball side, so here's a little bit of the backstory. We were the fifth ranked team in the nation at the time.
That, yeah.
We were going into the Sweet 16. We were 4-1 favorite to win the national championship, the whole thing. Nathan was balling. Had just dropped 53 the previous game. Colin had 47. I had 28. Like, we were all hooping.
In one game?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It was, those are consecutive.
Yeah,
I had 28. Colin had 47. Nathan had 53. And we were really like on a roll. And it's basketball. Anything can happen, right? But we were at home for the Sweet 16, and then we were going to be traveling to Fort Wayne, Indiana for the Elite Eight, whatever. COVID happens, and it cancels and ends the whole season.
Fuck, man.
And that was my senior year, and we vlogged everything, bro. I'm telling you, from the first practice all the way down to the call when I got the news.
Yeah, I remember you were crying.
Yeah.
I remember that. It's crazy.
It ended my season. Like, I was done playing organized basketball forever.
Yeah,
At least like in my head, my thought was, okay, I'm gonna go try and play pro overseas and keep this YouTube shit going.
Right.
And then since COVID happened, school was out.
Right.
We had to do everything online.
Yeah.
We had 3 or 4 months of online work. So I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'm going down to Florida. So I
Moved down, right?
basically moved down to Florida right away, like 2 weeks later.
And then you built the
And
court, right?
I
Like
ta-
2 weeks later?
I talked to my dad, and I was just like, I was in a weird spot, like mentally, you know, because all of that stuff. And this is why I say it was the scariest time of YouTube, because I had no idea what I was going to film. I was thinking like maybe I can go the Danny Duncan route and just film like crazy obnoxious shit. I'll be down in Florida thinking about like what David Dobrik's doing and just like trying to use more of like my personality and less of basketball, because I thought like my basketball time was done on YouTube. And I remember we built like a 35-foot slide out in my dad's backyard. We did an in-ground basketball trampoline. And then
It had to be taken down though, right? That slide did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
code,
I remember
the
that.
Cape Coral code came across.
Crazy,
and
dude.
they
I
were
go
like,
way
"Take it
back,
down."
man. I know these videos, man. I've
But
been watching.
yeah, bro, my dad was super invested into the YouTube and just like
In yours or his own?
both, but
Both?
mine.
Yeah,
At this
yeah.
time that I'm talking about, it was mine, and
Mm.
like my dad's he's a really good dad, man. Like he's always been a good dad. He's always been there for me. He's
Shout out, Pops.
he's just, you know what I'm saying? Like he's one of them, and like I tell him this, like if I can be half the father he is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I know that I'm gonna be a good dad.
For sure,
so
for sure. Shout out,
he
Pops,
definitely like set the bar, set the standard on how to be a good father. And if I'm a good father to Pierce, then Pierce has everything to thank because of my dad. So
man. For sure.
my dad was super invested into that. And I know a lot of men can't say that. So I'm very proud and happy to be able to say that
It's
about
awesome,
my
man.
dad.
It's
So,
awesome.
so at the time, had no fucking idea what we were gonna do for content. So we were just filming shit because now I can finally monetize.
Mhm.
So I'm like, boom, it's like game on. I monetized 2 weeks after COVID ended our season.
Did sorry to interrupt you. So when you were in college, did you rack up money
No,
during that?
nothing.
It wasn't like sitting in an account.
no, and we
waiting
used
for you?
copyrighted content for a nostalgia feel. Like we were doing a little bit of studying and
Oh,
stuff.
Okay. So nothing, dude. There's so many
nothing
stories that
can
can
be
run.
monetized,
Yeah.
right? But I
Yeah.
wanted to use like copyrighted music and shit just so people could like have a nostalgic feel to the
yeah.
videos and all that.
Good time.
And just like a weird scientific thing about going about social media, but it worked. So
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
shit, I lost my.
No, it's
train of
okay.
thought a
So
little bit, but-
so
oh, okay, I remember now. So
gonna get you.
we were down there posting random ass videos, and I went to a park in Cape Coral, Florida, and it's called Jim Jeffers. And I went there and I mic'd myself up, and I did the whole D3 thing was still Division 3 at the time, so I just did former D3 hooper exposes Division 1 basketball recruit.
Nice.
And there was a D1 recruit there. His name's Dezo. You might know him.
yeah, Diesel.
Dezo is now like
Yeah.
one of my good friends, but at the time had no idea who he was. And he was just talking mad shit about Division 3 sports. And this is right after
That's crazy.
my whole Division 3 career. And he
crazy.
wasn't talking shit to me.
Yeah.
There was another kid there named Adam that was committed Division 3 the week prior. And he was like, "You ain't shit, you going D3." And I had it mic'd up. And I just put it on the screen in subtitles, and then like I just started going off at the park. Like
Playing
I was
crazy.
hitting like crazy step back shots. I was dunking and had just a few viral ass plays got posted by like House of Highlights Overtime. People in the YouTube community
Yeah.
with a big following started to react to it, and I went from like 106,000 subscribers to 197,000 in 4 days.
Was that the video where you got slammed down or like pulled down by that one?
No, God, no. That was like a year later after
Yo.
this. That was
Jeez.
crazy.
Yo,
I'll talk about that
that's
in a minute. But
Holy
so
shit.
we
I
were
can't
like,
get it. That's
yeah.
so
So
funny.
that video did like 1 million in 5 days,
crazy.
and I
Yeah.
got like 90,000 subscribers in 4 or 5 days. And so we
Yeah.
were like,
Crazy.
all right, what did we learn last time? Well, when something in one niche does well, we just innovate, and businesses that don't innovate die.
Yeah.
So let's just go off of this. So then we
Mhm.
went to another park, and then that video did like 300,000 views. And now in a total of a week and a half, I went from 106,000 subscribers to 225,000.
Fuck, man.
And
That's like the perfect
Huge-
time because
huge jump.
COVID, everyone's locked in on the
Exactly.
Yeah,
computer watching
exactly.
shit, man.
Lesson in
And-
disguise.
And
like you were
Florida
talking about.
Florida was like less like
yeah,
with
yeah,
the rules
Florida
and
was-
shit, right?
that's why I went down there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Um,
Holy fuck.
And then I went to some indoor run, and it got 200,000 views. Then I went to
Yeah.
some other indoor run, and there was only like 4 or 5 videos until they were like, all right, we're shutting everything down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When COVID became like, okay, we're shutting it down. So then we had these 5 acres that my dad owns down in Florida, and we're like, nobody's posting anything, and we can't go to the parks. The parks are shut down. Why don't we build our own fucking basketball court?
That's crazy.
And so my dad he's a general contractor in Florida. He builds hundreds of duplexes every year for rich Russian investors and everything. So like he does very well too, and just in the business space. And so he allowed us to use his 5-6 acres, him and my stepmom, to put a concrete basketball court out there. So he got
Still
his
there?
connects for it's still there. And So we were like, let's not just build a basketball court, let's do it in 3 days. And so
It was up fast.
we made 3 crazy ass videos of us building a court, and then we did this giant reveal, and everyone was tuning in, bro. There was nothing being
Even
nothing
I was. I
like
didn't even
cool
know you.
being posted right
Yeah.
at that time because everything was shut down.
Yeah.
And so that's when we really went from like 225 to like 310K.
Yeah.
300K. It was like 300,000 in just like that time frame. And then I was like, things were starting to kind of open back up a little bit. This is fast forward a few months later, and we're basically like, let's go on tour. So we went from Florida to Cali in an RV,
Yep.
and
The
this was
Friga RV?
This was before the RV was wrapped.
Oh,
and
shit.
So we went in the RV. We started in Florida, then we went to Georgia, then Alabama. We skipped over Louisiana. We went to Texas. We went to Phoenix, Arizona. We skipped over New Mexico. Then we went to Cali. And we finally
Just
did some
across the
content out
country.
there.
Holy shit.
And we did every video like I was wearing a mask and everything.
What
And
type of mask?
Like just like one of the ones for COVID.
Oh, okay, the COVID
One of
mask.
like a health
Okay.
mask.
Right, right.
Just like, whatever. We wanted to go on tour. We all got tested and whatever for COVID, and crazy time.
Yeah.
We drove, like, just me, Joe, Logan, Grayson. I don't know if Grayson could go at that time, actually, but it was just me and Logan. We literally drove, like, I was driving the RV,
Were you?
like,
Wow.
with Logan. So, but we were super committed to just putting out content. And then we drove back, and we hit a few places on the way back home. But yeah, man, COVID, that's why I say it was a blessing in disguise.
Mhm.
Because
Makes sense.
although COVID ended my basketball career, it propelled something else for us that
Absolutely,
is
man.
now, to this day, what we can consider an empire in the making.
Yeah, for sure. COVID
Wow,
was
man.
actually a blessing in disguise for myself as well. Everything shut down, but the P League was the only league in Cleveland that was
Yeah.
running, and this is where our story, comes in. Before I can talk about that, your basketball court, his name's Danny Dack, and you know him.
Yeah.
And I hit him up. I'm like, yo, tell him I want to bring a team out to Florida, and I want to
Yes.
play him and his team.
Fuck,
And
that's
then
right, 'cause
he-
we ran a 1v1.
And then he told me, he was like, yeah, I'm going to hit him up. He hit me up. He's like, hey, yeah, he asked if you had insurance. You don't remember that. You don't remember that. So I'm
I
like,
remember
do
now.
you?
'Cause
Yeah,
my dad,
yeah.
he was like,
He
make
needs
sure they have
insurance.
insurance.
Yeah. So, and I hit him back. I tried to find insurance companies that cover me so I could go down and just do a video with Friga, and it just never happened. And then COVID happened, everything shut down, and Dak was like, hey, Friga's in town. And he was like, can I bring him to the P League? I'm like, bro, bring him to the P League. So, like I said, it's a blessing in disguise because COVID is
crazy.
actually the reason
That's
why
sick.
we met. So,
Danny Dack. dude.
fuck,
story,
fuck
man.
COVID.
Good story.
Fuck COVID forever, but
Yeah.
it made me and you, friends now.
For
so
sure,
it's
bro. And we've
so
done
that's our
some
story.
bangers together.
Yeah, we got some bangers, man.
For real.
That's
And
dope.
I appreciate you for that, man. And
Of course,
it's
bro. I
all it's
appreciate
all
you.
it's all
Mhm.
love, man.
It's
And
crazy. I told Nick this a few weeks ago. I was like, man, I'm from Ohio, right? I'm from Cuyahoga Falls. I know hoopers in Akron. I know hoopers in Cleveland. I know hoopers everywhere in Ohio. I can put up on my story, like, where the hoopers at. But every time I come back to Ohio, I hit Nick up for the hoopers.
Mhm.
So it's
Dude,
like,
it's
it's just
much
cool.
love,
It's just
man.
cool how it goes.
It's,
Like,
it's a blessing, bro. You don't understand all the videos that you do with me. It means a lot. It's put me on a platform, and it's put me on. And I'm not really, a big tier of, creators, but I know for a fact I know a lot of creators.
Yeah.
And people want to come to Cleveland not because, they want to come to P League, is because they see that you were involved and you helped me get there. So you might not think you did anything, but you did, man. And like I said, I'm
man.
going to give you your
Salute
flowers.
to that.
Appreciate
Salute to that.
Salute.
hey.
Yeah, shout out to that. man.
Mhm.
Appreciate you.
Nah, I told you, bro, you do the back end work. Like, I know I can definitely, like, take credit for filming videos there and stuff,
Yeah.
but
But
You do a lot
I
of
just
stuff.
yeah, man. I just wanted to to tell the people, man. They always ask me like, "Yo, does Friga really fuck with you, bro?" Like, cause I don't see you in any of his videos. But like, I tell him, like, listen, bro, like, what I do things, it's not for me. It's for other people. As you see, Fambi, now he's your player. Pantos, now he's your player. It's not about me, right? It's about providing opportunity for other people.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you're listening to this, right? You see Fambi doing great. You see Pantos doing great. You could be that next person. You just have to seize the opportunity with
For
Friga.
sure.
You got to impress them. When I got guys coming to these open runs, and they're like, "Man, fuck this YouTube shit. Fuck it." No, don't do that. go ahead, ball out, prove Friga that you are, something that, can be, right?
Yeah.
And I just always tell him, man, take it serious because he might do something for you. And look, if Fambi is one of the hottest out right now, right? And it's because of you.
Bro.
And in the last episode, he thanked me, but it wasn't me, man. It was you. So it's all a cycle of looking out for each other, and that's what we do, man.
That's what matters.
You're so
provide
damn
opportunities.
Humble. You're so damn humble, bro. It's like, I'll talk shit for you if you want. I'll tell the world what you have done and what you're doing for people. Because he does a lot for people, man. He doesn't want to say it. I'll say it. He puts fucking people on, and it's just the fact that he's just experienced, and he's got a good heart, man. He's got a great heart, bro. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Real words.
It's not about himself. It's about other people as well. So that's the shit I see,
bro. That's my parents, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Super
my
humble,
parents
man.
right there.
Good shit,
You wait
man.
to take that break?
So we're gonna go into it's called a fast break segment.
we're gonna do a
All right,
fast.
so
fast
last
break
Okay, I
segment.
thought you meant we're taking a break.
Nah, man.
Nah,
That's our
nah.
segment,
People.
man.
So fast break segment. If you watched in episode 2, we had Fambi and Grayson take a putt shot.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, okay.
They had 2 chances. If they made one, they didn't have to take a shot. Nick did. If they
Yeah.
missed both,
Okay.
they had to slam the shot. So Fambi went 0 for 2,
Yes,
took
sir.
down the shot. We had to carry him out. Grayson nailed the shot.
Nailed it
Nick
first
slammed
try.
the shot.
Grayson, bro, that shit hurt my throat, man. Pause.
Yeah, so today we got 10 questions in a minute. You got to answer them all in a minute. If
I
you
got
don't
the
get
minute.
all 10, you got to
Okay.
slam a shot.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Just tell me when to start that, and I will. Go ahead,
Wow.
brother.
All right,
Okay.
so fast break.
All right.
1,
Ready?
Yep. 2.
Go.
3.
LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
If all bald people worked in a restaurant, would they still need to wear a hairnet?
Yes.
If you're a baseball player, what is your walk-up song when you're up to bat?
J. Cole, Love Yours. I don't
Ooh,
know.
okay.
Do fish
Love
get
yours.
thirsty?
No.
What's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
What exotic pet would you like to own?
Elephant. Is that exotic? Yeah. That's exotic.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's in the
Exotic.
jungle.
No. Keep going.
What's one word to describe aliens?
Extraterrestrial.
Favorite actor ever?
Will Smith.
hmm Apple Music or Spotify?
Spotify.
P League or G League?
P League.
Yeah.
Let's go. He got it.
What's the time at?
Hey.
Wow, 90.
6 seconds.
Yeah,
7
right.
seconds.
Hell yeah.
6
Good
seconds
shit.
off.
All right, you got to take a shot, Nick.
I gotta take it. All right, I'll take a little sip.
I'll take it with you.
Yeah. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could all
cheers.
take it down.
Hey, that was tough.
That
Those
was great.
questions were fast.
Where are they?
Oh, zoom in.
Woo!
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
Um,
going down. We're not on the weekend.
Let's Hey, all right. Let's talk about Friga Fam and why you wanted to make a branded team, and what is your expectations with Friga Fam?
I don't know. I actually have no fucking idea.
No idea.
Nope. We're just rolling right now, bro. I mean,
It is a team though, man. You got your Bolas
Yeah.
Lifes, you got your Devin the Lab, you got Friga Fam. These guys want to play you guys, so it is a construction team.
But I have like 20 people that
Yeah,
I hoop with. You
you
know what I'm
do.
saying?
Mhm.
Like our original Friga Fam is they're still I still my boys. You know?
Yeah.
I hit them up the other day. It's it's a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult now.
Yeah, you're in a tough
Like
spot.
I tried to get Matt out
Mhm.
when I was doing a few runs over Providence, whatever. His wrist was hurt. Magic and I have been trying to hoop together for a year now.
Yeah.
5 times I've hit him up, and every time I comes up, we just can't.
for sure. Which
I
he
literally
came randomly.
I texted Cinco yesterday. So
Right.
and Kayvon I was on the phone with for 2 hours.
He lives in LA now,
yesterday.
right?
Yeah. Well, he's on tour.
He's on tour.
Yeah, he's with
he
Trippy
told
Swap.
me.
But so we had the original Friga Fam, right?
Mhm.
And then I went out to a park in Tampa on some random shit, and actually I went out to a park very random with Nathan when he moved down to Florida in Fort Myers, and Jay Lou was there, and he killed me 4 plays in a row, and I'm like, damn, he's tough. And I had played him a year prior, and I knew he was nice, but I hadn't nobody knew about him. I didn't know about him at all, so I invited him to my next run in Tampa the very next day.
Okay.
And he had this crazy viral play, and he went from 700 followers. I posted it on my Instagram, and it got like 1 million views overnight. It got 1 million views. House of Highlights posted it. Overtime, Ball is Life. Everyone posted it, and Jordan went from like 700 followers to 17.6K overnight.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So I'm like, let's
He
go
grew
to
up real
Naples
fast.
tomorrow. So then we went to Naples the next day, and Pontos was there too, and just crazy. Like Jordan literally went from 700 followers to like 40K in a week.
Holy
And
shit.
Yeah, he blew up
But it's
fast.
just like the way he hoops too. And then Pontos been hooping against Pontos for like 2 years in the P League.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And he's just big white Serbian dude that just like
He
a
fits the part.
passer and
Yeah, fits the part.
he's just Pontos, man. He's a good dude, and I've been working with him since P League days too. And Nick introduced me to Pontos, and just crazy, man. And then Fambi actually,
It was the same day.
yeah,
It was the same
interesting
day.
time.
It was the
I
same
know-
open gym.
Yeah, that time and he was there, but at Hoop Tech is when we got together, and Fambi was like talking shit to me on the side. Like he was just like, yeah, bro, like you don't hit me up, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like you didn't hit me back. You told me you were gonna hit me, blah blah blah. And I was just like, show out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just show out.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't you
I
get
don't know
like
what
a
to tell
million
you,
on that?
bro. Huh?
I swear, the video that Fambi and Pantos showed out was
Yeah.
it was like 1,000,005 now. It's like
Yeah.
almost 2 million,
Oh,
right?
The one with my little brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, before that, it was the one with the green shoes, the one that was supposed to
Yes.
make you jump higher.
Yes.
That one
so
hit 1 million
then
fast.
Fambi like showed me that he was like, I'm not just gonna talk shit and bring the energy,
Yeah,
but like I'm gonna get a bucket too.
yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, bet. So
He got a buck.
Fambi, I was like, I invited Fambi out for some more runs too, and people started, messing with Fambi. And at that time, like my thing was, I noticed after what I saw with a few people was like, people really like seeing new talent. So then it just became like, who can we find that's like new? And so we did the game series, and the game series, which we're currently actually posting right now too. We traveled to 3 cities. We do park runs, but at the end of each park run, the best hooper gets chosen for a chance to fly out, stay in the same house as the other people they've never met before in a 1v1 tournament
that.
against them and myself.
That's a great
And
idea.
love that.
Something you feel like should be on Netflix, but we put it
Yeah.
on YouTube, so people are like, why the fuck is this on YouTube,
Yeah.
not Netflix?
Mhm.
So I start talking about game and sitting down,
Yeah.
like, let's
Bro,
get into it.
I love game. That first series was dope.
I just like the storyline behind it, and how unpredictable it is, and how raw and natural. Like the one that we're filming now, which by the way, I was gonna get into the fact that we found Cam, who hoops with me now all the time, in Charlotte. Wow, that whistle.
Yeah, it's
In
alright.
Charlotte, Charlotte, North Carolina, game season 1, episode 1, and now he's like still with us to this day, and he's he's just Cam. Like he's got the energy. People love him. His character's amazing. Like, he can't guard me, but it's still it's whatever.
Yeah.
But
He's
no,
tough.
man.
He's tough. He's
for
tough.
this
You beat him,
one,
right?
like,
You beat him
we're
again.
1-1 right now.
1-1.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good matchup.
Um,
Oh, yeah, the
Let's
series,
keep talking about game.
Yeah, so the game series that we are filming now is the most spontaneous shit we've ever done.
It's
Like,
tough.
so we went to Cincinnati, Toledo, and Detroit, and it was on June 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then we were like, yo, we need you to be out to Cuyahoga Falls the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So if we found somebody, it was like they have to be able to make
Yeah.
it. Only if they can drop everything. If they can't drop everything, we're not going to be like,
Yeah,
because
right.
some people have real ass lives.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everyone has real ass lives. Some people have jobs.
It's about
and
season
stuff or
opportunity,
whatever, so-
though, right?
But every single person that we found, they were like, nah, fuck that. I'm dropping it. Like, let's go.
Right. I was
Which
watching.
made me feel like, hell yeah, people understand.
Yeah. I was watching your game series. Did you ever get hold of Chris Darrington and the other guy?
Nah,
What the fuck?
nah, man.
Chris.
Well, no, okay, no, my bad.
Yeah.
I got a hold of Chris,
Okay.
and he was supposed to be out there for the seeding tournament,
Okay.
but he hit me up the day of,
Mm.
and he was like, "Hey, I have to go over to Baltimore for this G League tryout,"
Okay,
which was
yeah,
all dead
understandable.
serious. Like,
Okay.
I'm like, which is in the series. You'll see it in episode
Okay.
4, like the phone call and shit.
Okay. That's
Which
tough.
is
That's
it's
sick.
pretty cool
That's
though.
sick, that's
but
sick.
it's
He's a
pretty
beast.
cool. Like, yeah.
He's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wish I would have seen more of the Toledo run.
Yeah, I
And
watched.
I could tell he was tough because I was seeing all his numbers in the league that he's playing in right now,
Yeah.
like 40 a game
Yeah,
and shit.
that's
So
fucking
I was just
crazy.
like, and he moved different. So
Yeah.
I could tell Chris was different, but
He's an indoor guy, bro. As you see, bro, the dude plays indoor the whole year, and then he
Yeah.
comes outdoors. Like, you can't expect someone to
That's
go
what
off.
happens, man.
Like, it could happen because basketball, could be lucky. You could get lucky and
Yeah.
get that, the outside air, the wind. You can figure it out, but
Right.
it's not for everybody.
No,
It's not
man.
for
You gotta
everybody.
get used
So
to
like,
it.
what's the difference between that?
What, outside
Inside.
and
Yeah,
inside?
yeah, yeah.
A lot
Like, how'd you get
different.
adjusted to that?
No, a lot
Indoor,
different.
you can play however you feel you play best. Outdoor, you gotta try and go to the rim first and see a couple go in,
Yeah,
Mhm.
you do.
and then start hoisting.
And then those knees start hurting, and then you fall on the ground, you scrape your
Yeah.
elbow,
Mhm.
and then like
You get
it's
picked up,
hot as fuck out.
picked up and pushed.
Right,
over
right,
in Philly.
Dude, from the fucking clip from Florida, that dude literally like slammed you that
Oh my
one time.
goodness,
He
bro.
took you, got you, and slammed
Yeah,
I think I saw that
the
clip.
tackle.
you.
Yeah, was that in
Dude,
Miami?
tackled him
Tackle
twice,
that
right?
one literally turned into a meme.
Yeah, it
That shit
did.
was
That's why I
crazy.
remember that.
Jeez.
Your face on
What
that.
happened
so
with
so
that? It was
You
just
just
like
playing through
I
us,
just
right?
dude was
honestly,
being
bro,
mad aggressive.
I hit a few crazy shots on this one dude, and then I just started talking shit to him a little bit, like just on some YouTube. But like I didn't know him, but I had hooped with him before,
Mm-hmm.
and it was game point. It's game point. It's like 12-12 going to 13. I'm driving to the hole, got a wide open layup, and I just get smeared.
Mm.
But I get it, bro. Game point. I'm
Yeah.
hooping in the hood. Like
Dude.
I know what to expect.
They have, dude, you got a target right on your back every single time you go somewhere. It's just
It's
a
fun,
big
bro.
red target. Like, hey, we got to go after this guy. If it's not
Yeah.
physically,
It's
we
a
gotta,
thrill,
if it's
ain't
through
it,
the
man?
game.
Like walking in that
It's
bitch.
fun, man. It's
Yeah.
fun. Like
Yeah.
seriously, like I really am like obsessed with every aspect of what we do, and
Yeah.
maybe obsessed is a bad word. Like when I say obsessed, like
I don't
I
think
just
it's a bad
really
word.
fuck with what we do, and I want to see it prosper and continue to grow at this rate, because we just have like intentions of doing more, not just like for us, but like for everybody. We want to build a community and be
Key word that stuck with me that you told me: innovation.
yeah
If you're not innovating on whatever it is,
yeah
your job,
businesses that don't
YouTuber.
innovate die.
Yeah, right. And that stuck with me, man. You told me that months ago. I think you told me that with the Cavs arena. I'm like, yeah, bro, I got to innovate. I got to make sure I'm doing things
Yeah.
that kind of changes the path, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
changes the
Keep
narrative a
creating,
little
keep
bit.
thinking of,
Absolutely.
you know.
Freak, let's talk about knowing as humble as you are. Let's talk about your fans, having thousands and thousands and thousands of fans. So, like, how does that? How do you react towards that? Like, what does that like feel to you? Like, what does it mean to you knowing that? All right, I'm gonna post a video, and these fans are gonna love it. They're either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it, right? So, talk about that.
Yeah.
Just fans, having fans, because we don't know. I
Yeah,
don't think we have
that's a
fans.
good one.
Soon.
Yes.
Somebody once said, and it stuck with me, don't get too caught up in the bad shit that people say about you,
Mhm.
but don't get caught up in all the good shit people say about you.
Right.
And like the
Highs and lows.
reason that I fuck with that, because it's just like, if you get caught up in all the negative stuff and all the negative comments from the fans, then it's just it's
Never
gonna
ending
be
cycle.
south for you.
Right. Right.
If you get caught up in all the highs, then you lose your humbleness, and you lose like the ability to grow a true fan base that
Mhm.
actually gives a fuck about
Right.
what your next step might be.
Highs and lows, man.
Having fans though, like having people that actually like come up to you randomly. I was at the fair 2 days ago in my hometown with my 2 sisters and my son
Mhm.
and my niece, and like I'm just walking around going on the merry-go-round with my boy and getting French fries, but like I probably ended up taking like 30 pictures
Dude,
there.
That's crazy.
And my sisters had never been around me with something like that.
First time.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so they were just like, this is so funny.
That's my brother.
And I was
That's
just
my
like,
brother.
so that part's pretty cool. Like it's
Yeah.
cool to have fans, because it's like, man, like people really recognize the work that you put in. And for me, it's like I'm still editing a lot of stuff. I'm still working on things. I'm still coming up with ideas. And obviously, like at some point, maybe I'll let some of those things kind of go. But right now, I'm maybe not. But while I'm
Right.
still like working on a lot of this stuff, it's cool to kind of like feel that recognition. Because at first, when you're just grinding and you're doing stuff and it feels like nobody's fucking with your work,
Right.
even though there might be some people that are like rocking with it or whatever,
It's me right now.
it's hard to get off the ground. It
Yeah.
really is.
Mhm.
But if you believe in your work, then that will come. And to have fans is something that, like, I'm truly so beyond grateful for. Like, I dreamt of this,
For sure.
Yeah,
having
that's crazy.
fans, like having people appreciate my work. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy, bro.
That's
So
crazy.
can you
Yeah.
describe it in one word? Like, what is that in one word? I know you just did that little contest, but like the
I think of a
expression,
good word
like
for you, like gratitude.
gratitude.
Or if that's too cliche, then maybe like surreal. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, you know, having that many fans, you know, comes with a lot, like, you know, a lot of expectations that people are, you know, going towards you for, right? People are, you know, their hands are out towards you. Like, Friga, what can you do for me, right? I'm mad at Friga because he didn't invite me to this run. I'm mad at fuck Friga because he didn't invite me to this, right? So how do you deal with trying to please everybody? Because, you know, for myself, man, it's hard to please everybody, and people get mad at me because I do something a certain way that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with that certain person. It's just how I'm going through and what I'm going through. So talk about like trying to, you know, help everybody at the same time and knowing that, damn, this dude's mad at me for what reason? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
you can't please everybody.
Yeah,
man.
you can't.
That's like an old saying. Like, literally, my mom always told me that one. Like, you can't please everybody. And I'm a people pleaser. Like, I like it. Like, I like making people happy. I like doing things for people that like genuinely makes me feel like I did good. I did something good for them. But at the end of the day, like now with all of these fans and all these people hitting my DMs for money or clout or
Right.
whatever it might be, like they don't understand what my morals are and why I do
bro.
this. So
You can't expect people to think the way you think. That's where a
And-
lot of businesses go wrong and people
Facts.
go wrong. Because you think
Yeah.
that dude's thinking what you're thinking, but
yeah,
it might be the totally opposite.
For sure.
So assuming
Yeah.
is definitely something that's, you know, you can't do. So like trying to please everybody, bro. Like
I'm not really caught up in it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Like, there's a very short answer I can give you is that I understand I can't please everybody.
yeah,
And if I'm pissing somebody off or if somebody's sad or mad at me, like, it sounds bad to say, like, I don't know what to tell you.
right.
But
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
also,
you said. It's like your morals at the end of the day. Like you know where
I'm-
you're at mentally.
Right, I know my
you
intentions.
can't-
I never have ill intent with anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
my intentions aren't bad. If it's like something like, oh, you don't want to hit me up or you don't want to hoop with me or you don't want to help put me on, it's not that. It's just like I'm still so focused on what I need to get done too
Mhm.
that, you know, maybe one day hopefully I can help you, you know, like
Right.
and that's like where my head's at. But some people I just don't get down with people that expect hands out or expect
Hate that
handouts.
shit. Dude.
Never.
I just don't get down with that because I wasn't handed anything,
If
and
the
I
shoe
know
fits.
that
If the shoe fits.
I know that it takes an immense amount of work and obsession and love for your craft to get somewhere. And I know that it is possible for every single person if you really believe it. Then I'm not going to hand anything out to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you anything.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's living proof right here, man.
Just
Right here.
just work for it, bro.
Yeah.
If you believe in it, if you love it, if you trust it, you just go all in on
Yeah,
it.
I don't, like I said before, like I see you put on a lot of people, but you can't make them eat. You know what I mean? You can't do much for them, but like give them a platform, and then it's about what you do after it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In my eyes, if I was in your shoes, if I put somebody on, if they're really turning up YouTube and they're taking full advantage of the opportunity that you provided for them or I provided for them, that's what you want to see in someone, right? You want to see them grow and be successful. You don't want someone to come to your runs and then that's it. But then come to your runs again and then get put on. Like, what are they doing for you, right? So
Yeah,
like
I
they
mean,
got to
in a
do something
way.
for you, right? They got it's not the fact that like
Sorta.
you're looking for something, but it's just more it's a two-way street.
Yeah,
And you're the
like,
vehicle.
I guess like on the hooping side's different because not everybody wants to be a content creator. You know,
It's more popular.
a lot
now.
of people are just basketball players.
Yeah.
And a lot of their identity, their whole life has just been basketball. So when they're 25 and they didn't make it pro and they're done with college and they don't want to give up hooping and
Yeah.
they still have this identity of being a basketball player, then, that's kind of what it comes down to. These guys, most of the time, they're hoopers. They're basketball players. So
Yeah.
I get not wanting to or not knowing how to is a better choice of words on the content creation side. But I guess like that's what we're trying to do.
For sure.
Yeah, right.
What would you tell a kid to pursue? Their MBA a dream or to become a YouTuber and content creator?
I don't know. That's not for me to tell.
No?
That's not for me to tell. It depends on what that kid wants.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want. If you're watching this and that's something that you're debating, like, oh, I want to be the content route and be a social media influencer, or I want to pursue NBA or whatever, that's not for me to tell you. Honestly, I can't tell you one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Everybody's life and everybody's mental is different.
Yes,
So
but the
it's just
qualifications are different. You got to remember that, right?
yeah.
5'5" YouTube, kid that wants to become a YouTuber has a way better success rate to become a YouTuber than go into the league.
Realistically, yeah. But I'm
yeah.
also not going to tell that 5'5" kid he can't make it to the league, though.
Right? I know.
But
I mean, I know.
realistically,
But realistically,
realistically, yes. But I hate realism, bro.
Muggsy
Bogues,
Bogues
I hate
or
it.
Bogues,
I hate it. Like, become. Fucking Will Smith said something like, man, I need to look it up. But something about becoming mediocre, like. I just hate the idea of being mediocre and just being a regular person.
Yeah,
and just being,
hate that. I can't stand it either, bro.
Somebody
Hurts me.
that just follows what everybody else does.
Yeah,
because-
think about that very often.
and you know what? It is meant for some people, and some people are okay with that. But you just it's less about like don't compare yourself to anybody, right? This is
Yeah,
all
for sure.
self-awareness.
Mhm.
For sure.
The first thing a person needs to do in life is to try and become self-aware.
Yeah.
Like, don't
like
try
that.
and focus on, man, I could become a good YouTuber, or I could become a doctor or a professional athlete or whatever. Like, figure out what makes you happy and what drives you and become self-aware.
Great
If
advice.
you want to work a job 9 to 5 and you love that job and you can create a secure income and you want to grow a family and get a nice house and plan vacations 3 times a year and you're happy with that, you can be happier than somebody with $3 million
Yeah.
every single month doing some crazy shit that they might be glorifying on Instagram. And like it really, I swear to God, comes down to being self-aware. And that's kind of like the
And what
biggest-
you're passionate about too. Like you
Exactly.
found your passion in college and you kind of mixed it together into what you're doing
yeah.
nowadays.
Still trying to find out, even to this day, I'm still trying to find out what could be next, you know?
There's always a what's next.
Always, bro. Always a what's next. As a leader, I look at you as a leader in the community, and I'm not too sure if you look at yourself as a leader, but talk about being that person where people look up to. Like, what do you have to do right and what do you have to do wrong? Do you look at that? Do you look at like what I'm doing? Is it gonna affect my YouTube career? Is it gonna affect my status? You know what I mean? What does
Yeah.
being a leader have to do with all of that?
That's a good question, man. It's a really good question. That might be the question of the podcast, question of the night.
It is deep.
Leader Friga.
Just because, like, right when you started asking me, I'm like, oh man, like I don't really like. There's no wrong or right.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm another person, just like you. My dad taught me when I was growing up. Nobody's better than anybody else. Not you. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you.
No, I'm not better than you.
You ain't better. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know, man. That's what my dad taught me. So it's like I don't really have those thoughts
Okay.
too much, but
But do you look at yourself as like a leader in the community?
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I thought you were kind of going down the road of like
I mean, I was, but that was just another question. Just
okay,
like,
yeah. I definitely look at myself as a leader in the community, just because of what people say.
Yeah.
Not because of how I view it, right? I don't look at it and I'm like, yeah, I'm him. Like, I got all these followers and I get these views and subscribers and I'm doing this over here with the next chapter and I'm doing this with my guys and posting this. Like, I don't look at it like that because I just don't care about it like that. I'm having so much fun doing what I'm doing because I'm passionate about it. I look at myself as a leader because of what the people say.
Yeah.
And
That's good. That's
That's all
being
that
a-
matters is what the people say.
sure.
Like, and then like that's bold. That's a bold statement, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at that and you see that, damn, people think I'm a leader, does that motivate you to become a better leader? And
yeah,
more
of
a leader?
course, of course. Like, I'm not gonna sit back and say like, oh, I see I'm a leader, but like I don't care. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I know I'm a leader, and I'm gonna try and continue to be a positive impact. Stay motivated, stay positive.
Love that.
I'm gonna continue to try and put out the best content that I can. Not the best content. I'm not worried about being the best. I'm trying to be the best that I can be.
Yeah, that you can
I'm trying to be
Love
the best that requires for me and my family to prosper and grow, and for me to be a better man to my people and my family and my friends and stuff and my team. But being a leader in the community, like I just want to see everybody grow. I want to see the community grow even bigger.
Motivate others, give them positive feedback, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, just to see others winning.
Staying positive.
For sure. And it sounds so fucking cliche. And it honestly makes me like weird sitting here and saying something like that, because you know, you see a lot of people like saying bullshit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But to me,
do they actually
what
mean
I care
though?
about, bro, I'm about to leave here, hour drive back home, and sit next to Cassie and Pierce and scratch my dog Kahlua and Voodoo and just like chill for a second, probably go edit and work. But like, I do consider what I do like my real life and everything, but take this with a grain of salt. Like, my real life is back home with my family. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I do what I need to do to take care of my family because that's what I was taught. That's what I know. Yeah. But
I'm glad you rolled around that, because that was like my next question. Clock, I'm sorry I'm asking this dude so many questions.
You're good.
I could be here for another 3 hours. But let's talk about your family. Like, people see you. You're putting in so many hours and hours and hours on YouTube. You're here. You're there. How much time do you really spend with your family? Like, throughout the month or year. Like, because the way I see it, man, you're always traveling, and you must. Cassie is a very strong woman for,
dude,
dealing with that. Yeah, shout out to Cassie for dealing with that.
Shout out to Cassie for real. Cassie has 2 degrees. She has a bachelor's degree in neuroscience.
Wow.
And a master's degree in psychology. More so psychology, right? But she's kind of like taking I don't want to say taking a break, but she understands like what I've been growing over the course of a few years right now. And you hear people say like, oh, I have a rock to the family, I have a backbone and whatever. But like, we decided to come together and have a family, right? Have an immediate family, have a child together, have a house together, have dogs. So there needs to be somebody that holds it down. And right now, Cassie is one of the most independent women I've ever met in my life. So for her to take this stand on allowing me to go forward and be the dependent takes a lot for a woman like her. Takes a lot for a woman with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and goals and aspirations of her own. You know what I'm saying?
She's all in.
Take on this role right now. I say right now because I know, I tell her all the time, like, her time's coming, because I know, like, I know what she's worth as a woman, and you're going to support her so much. Of course, and
you're going to support. Yeah, you're going to support the hell out of her
because she supported me.
Because she supported you, and that's what it's going to be.
And yeah, man. Actually, becoming a family man or whatever, and like having a family's been like one of the best things in the world. Just getting home and like Pierce, my son, just being happy as fuck to see me, and just smiling, and just like he'll hug me, he'll say hi. He'll say dad and all that stuff.
I can't even imagine. It's just like probably a surreal feeling.
Yeah, and
like
you're 25, right?
One of a kind.
I'm 24.
24.
I'll be 25.
Younger than both of us, cats.
Young bull.
I'll be 25 July 21st.
So it's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah, his birthday's tomorrow. He'll be 1 tomorrow.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, youngin.
Can't wait to see him on the court. Can't wait to, I remember when he wasn't even born, I said something silly like, I can't wait for him to say game.
Yeah, for real.
This dude always like game. I can't wait for, to see Peter say game.
Yeah, for real.
That's so funny.
That's
but yeah,
awesome,
man.
Though,
You talked about Pierce. How did having a kid at 24? How did that change your personality? Did it make you grow up a little bit more, and did it actually help you with your YouTube career? Because you had to make sacrifices for, you have to choose YouTube or baby, right?
Yeah, honestly, bro, like, no, not really. I do wish though that I could like fast forward like 10 years and then look at us now and then come back and give you this answer because everything's so
young.
fast paced. Yeah. Like kids really just prove to you how fast time is. And prior to having a kid, I just kind of believed everything was just in cycle and things were just happening and the next day and the next day. But no, like having a kid and the fact that he's already won
that's crazy.
is just like, where the fuck did the last year go? Not only knowing like how, like I said, he's won already, how much content we filmed in a year, what me and Cassie have been through in a year, what we've been able to accomplish in a year, all of that. Time's almost like, it almost feels like
that's
a
insane because everyone says that and it's just,
it's
you know,
real,
you got to
man.
experience it to really believe it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Real.
And they like,
hey,
the whole YouTube versus baby thing, it did motivate me a lot because I didn't know what I was getting into. And it is a lot. It's like, it's a time thing. It's not just a matter of like, oh, I have to like support this family now and whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I look forward to that, right? It's more about like, I want to spend all of my time with them. You know, like I literally can't. Sometimes it's so hard for me to want to leave to go film something, even though I'm just as obsessed with that. Obviously, I'm way more obsessed and in love with my family and everything, but I love what I do.
Yeah.
So it comes down to like, sometimes I'm just like, man, I have to go film this, or I have to set up what we're doing next. So when you say like YouTube versus baby, I told you no at first, but like, there is a little bit of like a yes, like there is a choice on like having to.
Yeah, it's just like time management at the end of the day.
Yeah,
right?
even like today, like something like this, it does well for me on my side, but like you've done so much for me in a content side. Like I filmed so many P League videos and they do well every time.
Appreciate that.
So this is just something like I knew I needed to do. And I told Cassie, I was like, earlier this morning, she didn't even know I was doing this podcast. I told her earlier this morning, I was like, yo, I'm going up to film this podcast later. And she's cool about all that, yada, yada. And so it's just like things like that come up that I'm like, man, like I really would love to just be home, like just chilling with Pierce because I'm home in Ohio. I'm not
right. Yeah, I appreciate you pulling up though, man. I really do.
No double
like,
I'm getting high as fuck. All right, sorry. You feeling good over there?
You
bro?
feel what?
Hey, but that comes with coming.
But no, like I fucking.
It comes with
funny,
having a strong woman, right? You know, it comes with, because, like I said, with YouTube versus baby, it comes with having a strong spouse, and just coming around on that. So you're blessed, bro. So
there's a lot of women that like I genuinely like. There's a lot of women that would take advantage of something like this. Yeah, and that's like I'm so glad that I low-key have a challenge with it with Cassie. I wouldn't say like I never have to like I'm never gonna ever put myself in a situation where I have to ask to go do something for work or like ask to go somewhere or whatever. I just kind of like we come up with our ideas and we're like, hey, this is what we're scheduling out. Does this time frame work for us as a family? Because that's what my priority is, right? And if it works, it works. And then like with Cassie, like the reason like I fuck with it so much is the independence thing. Because I know like she's ready to obviously like get going with that too. So, but yeah, bro. Strong woman for sure, and
that's blessful.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's blessful, man. Family man. Friga's a family man.
Family man.
He's a hooper.
For sure, bro.
He likes to talk a little bit of shit. More shit's coming.
Friga,
more talking shit is coming.
Before we get out of here, though, I just want to know, besides everything that you do, basketball background. Like growing up, who'd you look up to? Did you watch basketball a lot? Because I know a lot of hoopers like aren't really into the NBA and stuff like that. Were you into the NBA? Were you growing up like a big Cavs, LeBron guy? Like what? Let's hear it.
So, my older brother Isaac, he's 5 years older than me. He was always just like a role model, somebody I looked up to. He's always been a good person. What?
I didn't know you had an older brother.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you were the oldest.
No,
because you have all these. I
have three older siblings.
Really?
Yeah. One older brother, two older sisters.
They hoop?
Nah,
no?
Fuck no, dude. They couldn't guard anybody to save their life.
That means I'm safe.
You got the hooper of the family.
Isaac, Man, dude, we could do a whole podcast about my older brother. I love that. I love him so much, bro.
Shout
It's
out
like,
Isaac.
He just believed in me, bro. Like, my dad moved out. My mom and my dad got divorced when I was 3 years old. My dad was from Florida. He moved down to Florida. My mom she stayed in Ohio. So I was always going back and forth from Ohio to Florida.
Okay.
So my older brother, when I was not down in Florida with my dad, he was that man figure in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked up to him all the time. He was a good person. People respected him. Like I said, he was 5 years older than me, so he was old enough for me to be like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
But he was also like young enough for me to be like good friends with him.
Yeah.
And right around the time when I started to get into like wanting to do sports, he wanted me to wrestle, which is a winter sport. And he was a big wrestler. He was really good at wrestling, went to states a few times, and
Athlete.
ended up getting diagnosed with sickle cell, having to kind of
Sorry to hear
just
that.
cancel all of that. But one of the hardest working men I know, one of the best people in my life. Literally, like, Izzy, shout out to you. You're
Shout out
literally
to
one of
Isaac,
my favorite
man.
fucking people in
So
the
he was your
world.
role model, right?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah?
Like, to this day, he's like one of the greatest people in my life.
Word.
And one of the best fathers, by the way.
Tough.
And just to answer your question, he tried to get me into wrestling, and I just got body slammed like my first meet. Broke my nose, broke part of my neck.
Did you?
Got my ass
Jesus.
beat, bro. And I was like, you know what? I might try basketball back out.
Right,
But this
that's
was
the
after
other
I did,
winter
like
sport.
Upward in the church leagues and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, I actually, LeBron was whatever. He's from Akron.
Yeah.
And that was, I say like whatever, but like it was just something that I didn't like look up to LeBron or anything, but being in the area is a lot of basketball culture.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to pursue it. But what it really was that basketball was like, the gym was like a sanctuary, was like a therapy for me when I was going through all this bullshit
Love it.
in middle school and in high school with, my dad was up in Ohio, had moved back down to Florida. My mom, we were moving around in different houses to houses and all that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting childhood. I never like wanted or pleaded for too much, but interesting childhood for sure. Bouncing back and forth between different states and different families, or not families, I'm sorry, different where I was at.
Yeah.
And it was just a way for me to just
that
get to the
that
gym
that
and just
calmness.
nothing came to my mind but like just trying to hoop.
Yeah.
Me
And
too.
so that's when I really fell in love with it. And then, I don't know, man, just got with a few trainers and a few friends that were just as obsessed with the game as me. And we were always in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, man, just kind of elevated my game. I didn't make the middle school basketball team. I didn't make my team in middle school. So that's a whole nother story.
Take you looking up to your brother and as a role model, and let's reverse that to how you treated and were a role model to your little brother and your sisters and your other brothers, right?
Yeah, man.
So like what
Yeah.
how did that translate to you being a role model to your brothers
Yeah.
and sisters and your siblings?
My family's so close, like very close knit, bro. If anybody ever no matter what we've all been through, divorce, aka my mom and my dad, no matter what anybody's been through, they will always be there for the next person.
Right.
If my mom needed my dad for whatever reason, he'd be up here tomorrow. If
Love
my
that.
mom needed my dad for whatever reason, I'm sure obviously there's no specific reason, but she'd be there tomorrow. And
So it runs in the family.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. So it's just always been something in the family where it's like family is like everything, bro. So my little siblings, like something about just having little siblings was just like one of the best things in the world. It's just one of your best friends that's just always at the house with you. And I didn't get too much time with my little siblings that live in Florida now, Dante and Jaden. So I missed a lot of their childhood, which obviously like fucking wrecks me. But at the same time, I know that I'm just as close with them as I am with my other siblings.
Yeah.
And I have different relationships with each one. But I had a decent amount of time with my little brother Peyton in Ohio, and when I lived up here,
How many siblings you got?
I have 8 siblings.
8 siblings.
Holy shit.
Y'all didn't know that. His dad has 8
Yeah.
siblings.
8 siblings.
So those 8 siblings.
So how
have
old is
structure.
the one right below you?
I'm
said
right in
Peyton?
the middle too.
Yeah.
What'd you
What's
say?
the age difference for you said Peyton you spent some time with?
He's 16 and
Okay.
I'll be 25, so 9
Yeah.
9 years.
a
So
big
like
age
right,
That's big,
yeah,
though.
it's a big age gap. And what the shittiest part is, man, like right when I was going to college, I was telling you a little bit about this before the podcast, but right when I was going to college is like right when he was starting to grow up. And we would always hoop together in the basement in our little indoor hoop.
Mhm.
Always hoop together outside. We hung out every day. That kid was my best friend. I was like his dad, I swear. And I had to move on with my life. I had to go to college and stuff and do my own thing too. And yeah, that shit still fucking breaks me to this day that, you know, our age gap was so big. And it breaks him too, but at the same time, like, I always believe everything happens for a reason. I think it's just more of a reason for us to now, as he's becoming an adult, becoming a man, and me stepping into my life as a man and a father now is like, it only gives us more of a reason with the time that we have to like build that bond
For
again.
sure.
Right.
So tell the audience how can you fix that? Let's just say somebody is feeling the same as you are, like they feel so bad that they weren't in their brother's life. So
Yeah.
how do you fix that? Have you thought that out? Like how do you make up time? How do you make it up to him? Because obviously it may have affected him as much as you're saying right now.
Yeah, you know what I'll say? It's going to be very short and sweet, but let it sit with you guys, all right? It's not that you don't have enough time. It's that you didn't make it a priority.
Deep. That's deep.
It makes you think.
Let that sink in.
Yep.
Let that sink
Yeah.
in. Hey, where the
'Cause you can't make
crickets
up
at?
time.
Right.
You can't make up time, but
Yeah.
it
It's not that
wasn't
you
the
didn't-
priority. You're right,
It's
though.
not that you
which
don't have
sucks.
enough time. It's that you didn't make it a priority.
Yeah.
I like that. I know we gotta, wrap this up here. I know you gotta leave. I got
wait,
2
wait.
more questions, bro. How do you feel about playing in the TBT this year? What is your expectations? I know you and Devin the Lab are creating a team.
Well, it's Devin's team.
Oh, it's Devin's team, but you're just
he asked
playing.
me to play, yeah.
But is he gonna start you?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna be starting. All right, because I know you had an experience playing in TBT before, right?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really get to play,
Yeah.
right? You didn't.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say it's a shitty experience because I
Yeah.
didn't get to play. I wish I would have played more.
They announced it
I
like you're
don't-
about to play a lot.
Yeah, bro. And I would never say they use me for social media
Yeah,
or whatever the case is, because I respect Sean so much, and I respect Team Challenge, ALS, and everything, why we had the team, and Darren Collison and all of that. Like,
Yeah.
I loved being on the team, loved the guys. I even, like, had a real-ass conversation with Sean Marshall and Darren Collison, who,
that's
as
tough.
many of you guys know, played in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like, I texted them after the first and second game when we won the games going into game 3. I was like, yo, like, I'm not getting any playing time, blah, 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 blah. I texted them a very long message and asked them to meet in the lobby of the hotel to just, like, talk face-to-face on why. Because, like, why am I asked, as a social media creator with a following, like, why am I asked to be on this team? And they had a real-ass conversation with me, some real-ass men, like,
What'd you take out of
talking
that?
Huh?
Would you take out of the conversations with them? Did you
just-
did you become a better person, like a better
For
thinker?
sure, for
on,
sure.
the
Like, and
situations?
I would never hold a grudge. I always say, like, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping it kills the other person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I like that
Um,
saying.
So I don't have a grudge with them. I won't play on their team again this year or whatever because I definitely want to get some burn. But that's like that's for me. Like,
Show
I'm
your
not
talents,
gonna,
bro.
You know,
Yeah,
but,
You're a great player. These people
so-
got to know your talents.
yeah, man. Dev asked me to play on his team, and I basically was just like,
Fuck yeah.
what are we playing for? And will I be able to actually play?
Mhm.
You know, I
Is he playing?
I won't be used right now.
Is-
I'm not going to be used.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know yet.
So are you
Um,
going to be starting point guard? Is that what your role
No,
is, or you
no,
want a
no.
shooting
I
guard
don't even
position?
want to be the point guard.
No.
I'll bring the ball up if needed, like if we're getting pressed or something,
Mm.
and like it just happens to come to me. Back
So is this a league that you're joining, or
It's
like a
it's
team?
it's-
Yeah. See, I'm not hip completely.
you don't know what you're talking about?
No,
What are you
not,
talking about?
TBT is
not honestly.
called
No.
the basketball tournament.
It's called the basketball
where-
tournaments for $1 million.
Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of very good basketball players come together on a team. That sounds weird now that I'm playing it, but like most teams, it's like a 64 team tournament for $1 million cash.
Okay.
And the winning, there's no other prize for the losing team. Win
Yeah,
or go
just
home.
straight million. It's a
There's
great
one
tournament.
winning team. It's an amazing tournament.
Yeah.
I
Where is it held at?
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like there's a few games in Cincinnati. There's a few out in Wichita, Kansas. There's a few out in Texas, whatever it might be. And
Wow.
yeah, it's just crazy. But
Yeah.
I told Dev, like, whatever you need me to do, and I think I'm going to be like the 3-and-D guy.
3-and-D?
I'm going to play as much defense as I possibly can, but he really wants me to just set
Three.
as much screens as I can, set as many screens as I can, and come off as many screens as I can and just shoot it every time I
Bro,
touch
you
it.
are fucking one of the best
That's what I
shooters I
am.
You're
know.
deadly
bro.
from deep. You're deadly from
Deadly,
deep
bro.
from the
His-
videos I've seen.
His
for
form,
sure.
his shot, everything that he does off the dribble, spot up, he's got it. He's him, and I know for a fact.
Thank
Man,
you, bro.
you'll do great. And let's
so
just talk
excited.
about the TBT. Can you play in the NBA? You think you can?
There
you can
are
play
a
in there?
lot of TBT scouts
Mhm.
at the NBA, but are you talking like in general?
Yeah, right. So I know you wanted some tick in the TBT. You're gonna get tick
Yeah.
this year. Do you think you can play in the league if you got an opportunity? Let's just
So-
say Mark Cuban came up to you, but hey man, like I love what you do. I know you can help the man's marketing out, but I want you to play. What's your role? You gonna go straight to the G League, or are you going to go straight
That's
to
actually
the?
funny you brought that up because I played in the TBT the last time we played against a team called We Are D3, which I think they set that up on purpose.
They had to.
That's nuts.
So I was on a team called Team Challenge ALS, and obviously, like with the winning money, we were going to donate money towards the ALS.
Right.
We played against the D3 team, and this dude named Eric Demers, from
I
Boston.
remember watching that. He went crazy.
He played Division III. He's the leading scorer in I don't know if this is a fact, so don't quote me, but he led Division III in scoring like in history. Over like
Wow.
2,000 points
He
in
was
his
a
career.
bucket. Yeah.
Like ridiculous shooter. The best shooter like
Better than you? You're tough, dude. Don't give
He-
yourself some credit, dude.
I'm going to give myself some credit, but I'm going to give that dude Eric
Yeah.
some fucking credit. That
Yeah.
man is it. He played Division III. He's like under 6'3".
Is he?
And he's in the G League right now, hooping for
yeah.
the Celtics G League team
Maine,
as
right?
their shooter. Like he's that guy.
Jeez.
I gotta see what he does.
Right.
And I played against him, and he had like 32 that game, and he got a call from the Boston G League
Just
team.
one game.
Wow. So that's how that happened.
And they lost. They lost
Yeah.
the game. Only one game. They didn't get to see him play anymore. So.
Jeez.
I mean,
Season
if we get
opportunity.
to play like 2 or 3 games and I go off from
You
the
never know.
3-point line,
yeah.
somebody calls me up, I'm for sure taking it.
For
Cleveland
sure.
Charge. Cleveland Charge, man. My man is open.
I thought it was a Canton charge.
No, it's Cleveland.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
they
it's
moved
Cleveland
to the
now,
Wolstein.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why they moved to the
No
Wolstein Center.
way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cleveland Charge, man. You'll be playing at the
Yeah,
Wolstein.
Cleveland now.
Let's manifest that.
Because a bunch of the Cavs always when they have an off day, they go and watch the Charge
Yeah.
play. Because like
That's cool.
Mobley's brother,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
playing on there and shit.
I definitely would if the opportunity came about.
So is that a yes? You could play in the NBA?
Of course.
Can he
bro.
play in the NBA, audience?
I think I could.
Can this man play in the NBA?
I think I could,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be somebody that's like starting and scoring
Yeah.
like 30 a game. I mean,
No, I mean that's too. That's like
I
superstars.
would have to hit the gym every single morning and night, 2 days, 3 days,
Mhm.
and I totally would. Like if I got the opportunity, I totally would. Like
yeah.
I would sacrifice everything and go do that. But
Hopefully this podcast
it
gets
would
you a
just
contract.
be like a 3-and-D type
Yeah.
deal. Like I wouldn't mind going in and picking up some very aggressive fouls to tick people off.
Mhm.
'Cause
'Cause that's like what I would try and do for sure, and then come down and hit like maybe like 2-3 threes a game, get a couple minutes a game, whatever.
Yeah.
Every team needs somebody.
Your
like
step
that, you
back
know?
is
For sure.
lethal. Yeah.
That's where the league is nowadays.
No, I
3 and
genuinely
D.
think- I've played with a lot of like talent, and I've also I'm not looking for like reassurance from other players or
Yeah,
anything like
for
that.
sure,
Like
for sure.
I love hooping, whatever. But I've gotten like a ton of compliments from some people that have played
For
like
sure. Like
top
Mario
tier.
Chalmers, right? You played.
course.
You played Mario Chalmers,
Of
and
course.
don't get me. Did you beat him?
It was, bro. You guys need to run back the tape. No, nobody ever
Okay.
won that game.
Nobody ever won that game.
It was
No.
there was a score wrong. If you look at the pinned comment in the YouTube video that they posted of
Yeah,
the
look that up
full
real quick.
video, look at me. I'm about to pull it up. I'm
Yeah, look it
salty.
up. Look it up. Look it up.
It was, but listen, bro. I'm allowed to be upset about something like this because this was my one
Yeah.
fucking chance.
Sorry.
Mario Chalmers, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario Chalmers, bro. It was lit. It was on caffeine.
It was a 1v1 against
Sick.
him, but
Really?
like 1v1s don't mean like like you can just get to the fucking league, right?
Nah, dude. No.
That's
hell no.
still
Brandon
NBA.
Rush got smoked, I think, in the
Did he?
1-on-1.
I don't know where this is.
Yeah.
Chalmers,
Yeah,
NBA
I-
champ, man.
He did, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Like the pinned comment is literally like sorry about the score or whatever because the score wasn't accurate.
So
I would have had one more possession
to win
technically.
it.
Yeah,
To win
the
it.
game.
So it was close, though. That's what you're saying. An ex-NBA
Yeah.
champion, you went toe-to-toe with him, right?
Yeah, man.
So-
How was it guarding him?
Wow.
Was it crazy or like
Obviously, he's like, what, 38?
It was cool, man. Like
37?
Yeah.
he still
like,
got
he
it
was
though,
like-
probably, right?
Yeah, he's still...
Of course,
he's
bro. As
Easily.
an NBA player, I
Mhm.
got so much respect for them. I wouldn't sit on your podcast and tell you that I couldn't play at the
For
league,
sure.
though.
I feel you, though.
know?
That was just a question.
Even if I really believed I couldn't, I wouldn't say like, yo.
I mean...
But I truly believe that like I dedicate enough time to the gym every single day.
fucking-
There's no doubt, bro.
Mhm.
No
You
doubt
just
in
need
my
that
mind.
opportunity. That opportunity, and I know you'll seize that opportunity. You played Mario Chalmers, so is there any other ex-NBA guys that you see out there that potentially could play you one-on-one that you would want it? Because I would love to set it up and
Yeah.
do that with you. Because
Okay, listen.
who are we calling out right
I've
now?
been in slight communication, right? I'm gonna call out on the podcast Michael Beasley.
Mike Beasley.
I want the ones.
He wants the
I want
ones,
'em bad.
Beasley.
We the ones.
Can we
Michael
get that
Beasley.
to happen?
We can get it to happen.
Can we get
Number
it to
two
happen?
overall
I already
pick?
know we can get it to happen,
Yeah.
but I want to pay-per-view this, and I want to like do it over the course of like 5-6 months.
Yeah.
I want him to be in the gym. I want to be in the gym. I want to
Mm.
seriously be working on my game strictly for this 1v1 because not only obviously if we do a pay-per-view, like I want a payout for the
Yeah.
fact that I've been in the gym for 5 or 6 months, but I want to I want to prove to myself like that I can run these ones against
Dude.
Michael
Hey, that's
Beasley, you know?
an offensive goat.
Yeah.
He was a
For
fucking
sure.
dog
He's
at Kansas
nasty.
State.
For
Number
sure.
2 overall
Michael
pick.
Beasley, man, come on, man, play my guy Friga,
That'd be
bro.
sick.
Play him.
I'll commentate it.
Let's go. He'll
That's the
commentate
first
it.
thing we're clipping after this podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Beasley, come on, man.
Michael
Okay,
Beasley.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I play Michael Beasley. Let's say best of 3. Each game is to 16, 1s and 2s. What are the games looking like?
Are we doing 3 games or are we doing like
best
one,
of 3.
So
16. You want me to go
16
first?
all
I know
games?
the games are long as fuck. Maybe 12.
all
Whatever.
right, we're gonna do
All right.
12. Michael Beasley is 6'8", right? He's
Okay.
left-handed,
Okay.
so that's already a plus for him. Because a lot of left-handed guys, they just have
It's
an
a plus
advantage.
It's a
right?
plus, yeah.
it's
a
an
plus.
advantage because you don't know what he's doing. First game, I'm calling it. It's going to be 6. Let's say 12. Let's do 12-7, Michael.
Okay.
Just because.
You don't need to explain
No,
that shit.
okay, I won't explain.
It's Michael fucking Beasley. my boy.
Second game, I'm gonna give you 12-11,
Okay, but
right? And then I'm going to do 12-10. I gotta go with my man Freak right here, man.
Oh,
12-10. He's
shit.
gonna be Beasley because he's not
Okay.
gonna take you too serious, right?
I don't think he will.
He won't
bro.
take you too serious until
Well,
you go in there and bust his ass and
Okay,
give him
but
up.
that's the thing. You're saying game 3. If it gets to game 3, I think he would lock the fuck in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets to game 3, it would be some serious wreck.
I'm
And
right.
I'm gonna be fouling the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of him.
He's
too. If
6'8",
he tries
bro.
to take me down.
He's
Oh,
6'8".
yeah.
He's like 2 inches taller than Pants.
I don't think he would try and do that though. I think it would be all skill.
He's
work.
probably a little
Yeah.
meaty now too. You know.
Oh no, he's in the
He's
gym.
You
That
think
boy's in
is
the
he?
gym
Yeah.
still?
Is
Yeah.
he?
Well, when you're
Well, he
you're
tried out
obsessed
for
with
the
game
Lakers, I
like
think,
that-
right? Last year, I think.
No,
When
that
you're
was like
obsessed
He
with
definitely
game
tried
like
out for
that
the
was
Lakers.
2020.
No,
I
no,
got
it was
mad
this past
respect
year. I
for
swear.
Beasley. I have mad respect for Michael Beasley, but
Yeah.
and whatever. Like I know I've played 1v1s in the past. I don't want everybody to look at me saying like, "Oh, I'm calling Michael Beasley out" as like, "Bro, you lost to so and so or you lost
Yeah.
to so and so."
Right,
Like,
right.
no. If I know I'm playing Michael Beasley and I have 5 months to prepare, just know that when I get to the gym, Beasley should have prepared for me as well.
Sheesh, I love that, bro. I need to see that, bro.
Let's
I
go.
need to see that. You got to make that happen. Then
I need this clip ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Please.
this on the gram.
Whose
and
camera
tagging
is that?
him.
Whose camera is that? Is that right? Is ours? Yeah, we
Yeah.
need that. We need it because
Man.
ASAP, ASAP, Michael Beasley. All right, so my score prediction. All right. So first one, I'm gonna go 12-9. You.
Okay.
Beasley's gonna get pissed off.
Okay.
He's gonna come back, say 12-7, 12-6, something like
Okay.
that. And I'm gonna leave it up to what we see. It's gonna be 11-11. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh, yeah. 11-11. Hey, if you call that, we're running this back.
This is what I think, all right? I think I'm taking game 1 because of what you said. You know, he might come in serious for the simple fact that he's playing a YouTuber and like he's got to protect his legacy or whatever as an NBA player and as Michael Beasley. Look, I'm talking right to him. I'm not even talking to y'all anymore. I'm winning game 1 because I feel like he might take me a little light game 1, and I have to. You play the level of your competition.
Yeah.
I believe that. You play to the level of your competition. I'm going to come in hot. I already know that. I'm winning that game like 12-9.
Wow. First game
2.
12-9?
Game 2. I'm not going to disrespect this man. I think he's going to take game 2 for sure.
Yeah. What, 12-0?
No, fuck you.
Hell
it might
no.
not be 12-0. No.
You might hit 12 straight.
I might tackle him before it's 12-0.
Right.
I'm going to end the game before the game can end. But no, it might be something like 12-8. 12-7, 12-8.
You think you can guard him, man, 6'8"? Like,
I don't think he would try and post me up.
No.
Now, if it gets to game 3 and it's
Three
like,
dribbles
if
or
it's like
unlimited?
10-10, whatever he wants to do.
Okay.
If he wants to do 3, if he wants to do unlimited, if he wants to do 4, but he's he's a league player. They probably do 3.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
Right.
Mhm.
I'll do 3. I don't mind doing 3.
What's his age?
I don't know.
He's like 30.
He was drafted after
He's probably
Derrick
37.
Rose. He's probably
What?
in the mid 30s. Mid 30s.
30? You
We
think
gotta
he's
look at
It's Derrick Rose draft. Whatever that was.
35?
34.
34.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
34.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to make you
Look,
seem
34 versus 25. That's not bad.
9 years.
No, not at all.
I'm only like 6'2", 6'3", but I genuinely
Totally different
don't think he
generations.
would be posting me up. Like I said, if it gets to game 3 and it's like 10-10, I wouldn't doubt he would bring me to the block or
Yeah,
anything like
right,
that.
'cause I've
But it's
seen-
fucking Michael
Yeah.
Beasley.
Brandon
bro.
Rush
Mhm.
did that. I think he was settling on jump shots, and then like when he was losing, he would try to go to
Of
the
course, like
Yeah.
why the fuck not?
Yeah, why the fuck not, right? Brandon Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I
So
would. I
we
do
know
wish
that.
I would have played Brandon Rush in his prime. Like obviously,
Yeah,
no res-
he was a beast.
disrespect. Bro's an
Mhm.
NBA champion, so there's
sure.
no disrespect to him. All
sure.
respect to him for even taking the chance to do something like that. He did that for us, bro. Obviously, he got paid for that, but he did that for us. I
Yeah.
already know. He's
Shout
a
out to
good-
them,
he's a
bro.
good man.
Shout out to them, man. We need to shout out to Devin the Laugh for putting events like that, man.
For real,
But
man.
you are the next guy to bring something like that in the city, so our people can enjoy that too.
For sure.
You know, because there's not that many things. Like I feel like when it comes to celebrity basketball games, I feel like I'm the only one that does it. So in order to bring NBA guys, I think we need to outreach
We
to a
can
bigger
get something
source
going,
for
bro.
you, bro. Because I know for a fact we don't really have too many big park takeovers. But if we get NBA
Yeah.
guys in here, we get you in here.
Shit, bro. I only
Feel
moved
that
back
shit.
like a week and a half
Yeah,
ago,
right.
so I'm back here.
Mhm.
I'm back in Ohio.
back.
Oh,
It's
wow,
only,
word.
it's only gonna be warm for a few more months, so let's get active.
Right.
Yeah, we got to. Well, hell yeah,
So-
man. So many great questions, bro. So I
Yeah,
really
this is
appreciate
a
you
great
coming
pod,
out,
man. Episode
problem.
3.
Yeah, episode 3,
Appreciate
man.
you coming
Shout
on
out
once
Friga.
again.
EP3.
Shout out Friga for coming out here,
Okay.
man, supporting the brand, plus minus. He's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Will become more of a legend. Keep doing you, bro. You inspire
you.
me. I know you inspire so many thousands of thousands of
man,
people.
For sure.
1 million
Inspiration
coming
for
soon.
sure. In the social
Man,
media world.
Hopefully by the
coming
time
soon.
you guys post this, it's at 1 million.
Hey,
Who knows?
hey.
That'd be sick.
So,
That'd be
so,
sick.
So what do we got to do to get
Post some more
300,000?
YouTube
Two-
shorts.
yeah, right, man. About to die?
right,
About
cool.
to die? Hey, man.
Shout-
Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to production, everybody.
Yes, sir. Subscribe,
Everybody
like.
here.
Thank you guys.
This is going to come out. Shout
Let's
out
go.
Freak.
Plus minus, we out.